Welcome to the latest climate podcast. Here are today's top climate news stories. In Texas, concerns about climate change are rising, particularly regarding heat-related illnesses, which have surged by 170% from 2012 to 2023. A letter from Paul Sokal emphasizes the urgent need to transition from fossil fuels to renewable energy, highlighting the immense potential of solar power. Additionally, lawmakers are considering improvements to the state's weather warning system to better prepare for flooding, potentially funded by the state's Rainy Day Fund, which is projected to reach $27.1 billion by 2025. These discussions reflect a growing awareness of the need for effective climate action and disaster preparedness in Texas.
Honolulu is making strides in its legal battle against major oil companies, aiming to hold them accountable for their role in climate change. The lawsuit, filed in 2020 against companies like ExxonMobil, Shell, and Chevron, claims these firms knowingly sold harmful fossil fuels and misled the public. The upcoming court hearing in Honolulu could set a significant precedent for similar cases across the country. This lawsuit seeks damages for issues like rising sea levels and extreme weather in Hawaii, sparking important discussions about responsibility within the fossil fuel industry. Exciting developments are on the horizon for climate accountability.
Australia is facing an increased threat of giant hail as climate change progresses, according to a study from the University of New South Wales. Major cities like Melbourne, Perth, Sydney, and Canberra may see more frequent and larger hailstorms by the end of the century. For instance, Melbourne could experience 10-centimeter hailstones every 3 years instead of every 20. Sydney and Canberra are expected to have hailstorms nearly every 2 years, while some cities will face more hail. Adelaide shows no significant changes. This research highlights the need for better city planning to withstand these severe weather events.
Tamil Nadu is taking steps towards climate justice, focusing on women vendors in Chennai. However, activists express concerns about the accessibility of the state's ambitious climate change mission for its 38 million women. While distributing e-autos is a positive initiative, issues like inadequate sanitation and housing for women remain critical. Experts emphasize the need for better maternal health support, especially during extreme weather events. They advocate for women to play a key role in climate planning. Although the state aims for renewable energy by 2040 to 2050, conflicting projects raise questions about its commitment to effective climate action.
The International Court of Justice in The Hague has made a significant ruling on climate change that resonates in India, particularly in Hyderabad. This unanimous opinion declares climate change an existential threat and outlines legal obligations for states to prevent environmental harm. While India did not oppose the initiative led by Vanuatu, it faces challenges in balancing climate action with its development needs. India aims for half its electricity to come from renewables by 2030 and is taking ambitious steps in sustainability. The ICJ ruling could lead to legal consequences, making it crucial for India to prepare for potential litigation and strengthen its environmental enforcement.
Sue shares her thoughts on using humor as a coping mechanism, especially in the context of politics and climate change. She believes that laughter helps us manage the challenges we face, even when the situation seems overwhelming. By finding humor in tough times, we can gain a fresh perspective and navigate difficult issues more effectively. Sue appreciates the work of various cartoonists, including Petty, Leunig, and Pickering, as well as Pope and Brollman, who use their art to bring lightness to serious topics. This approach encourages resilience and a positive outlook amid the challenges of our world.
Australia is facing potential mega-droughts if it does not take strong climate action, according to Simon Steele, the UN climate chief. He warned that without ambitious goals, fresh fruits and vegetables could become rare. Steele will meet with Climate Change Minister Chris Bowen to discuss Australia's bid to host the COP31 climate conference, which reflects the Albanese government's commitment to renewable energy. The government aims for net zero emissions by 2050 and is set to announce its 2035 emissions reduction targets soon. Steele emphasized the importance of a robust climate plan to protect Australia's economy and living standards.
In California, the federal government is set to end tax credits for electric vehicles soon, creating urgency for buyers like Michael Boudet, who hopes to purchase a used Tesla. The $7,500 incentive for new electric vehicles and $4,000 for used ones will expire on September 30th, impacting sales. While there is currently a plateau in interest, experts expect a surge in electric vehicle purchases as the deadline approaches. Dealerships anticipate a temporary spike in sales before a possible decline after the credits end. Major manufacturers are competing fiercely in the electric vehicle market, making it an exciting time for consumers.
Germany is making strides in climate technology with 1.5 degrees raising €150 million to enhance its AI-driven energy management system, aiming to provide affordable, clean electricity. In the U.S., Farmers Business Network secured $50 million to expand its AI-powered agricultural platform, helping farmers cut costs significantly. Additionally, startups like BlinkOps and DropZone AI are innovating in cybersecurity with substantial funding to automate security operations. These investments reflect a growing global focus on technology that promotes sustainability and efficiency, showcasing a bright future for climate tech and AI solutions across various industries.
AtkinsRéalis, a Canadian engineering company, is excited to expand its nuclear technology into the United States, focusing on CANDU reactors. This strategic shift comes as the company sells oil and gas assets and aims to boost its revenue through new contracts. With U.S. President Donald Trump's plans to increase nuclear energy capacity, AtkinsRéalis sees a promising opportunity. The company has already begun discussions with U.S. regulatory agencies and is optimistic about securing contracts, which could enhance its visibility among American investors. The nuclear sector is growing rapidly, and AtkinsRéalis is preparing for significant developments in the coming years.
Wesfarmers Limited, based in Australia, is set to benefit from its recent product expansion at Bunnings, which includes a new solar energy and battery offering called Zelora. This innovative plan allows customers to access solar and battery packages through a simple subscription, eliminating high upfront costs. The initiative, developed with IntelliHub, aims to simplify home electrification for Australians. Additionally, Bunnings is trialing electric vehicle charging stations across several regions. With government subsidies boosting demand for battery installations, Wesfarmers is poised for significant earnings growth, reflecting a bright future for the company and its customers.
In Chicago, Lollapalooza 2025 is making waves by powering its main stage entirely with a hybrid battery system, showcasing a commitment to sustainability. This initiative significantly reduces the need for biodiesel generators, cutting fuel use and greenhouse gas emissions by 67% compared to previous years. The festival is also implementing other green practices, such as recycling, composting, and promoting plant-based diets through Leonardo DiCaprio's Rewild organization. With these efforts, Lollapalooza aims to set a sustainable standard for music festivals worldwide, proving that large events can be environmentally friendly while providing an unforgettable experience for fans.
Australia's electric vehicle market is thriving, with sales increasing and 70 new models expected next year. At a recent show in Melbourne, excitement filled the air as consumers explored affordable options from Chinese brands like BYD and MG. Electric vehicles now make up about 10% of new car sales, and new emission standards are pushing manufacturers to offer more electric and hybrid options. However, challenges remain, including the need for better charging infrastructure and potential tax changes. Despite these hurdles, the future looks bright for electric vehicles in Australia, promising more choices and lower prices for consumers.
Afghanistan is seeking to join UN climate talks, highlighting the severe impact of climate change on its people and economy. Matul Halis, the head of the National Environmental Protection Agency, emphasized that droughts, water shortages, and declining agricultural land are major challenges. Despite Afghanistan's minimal contribution to global climate change, it suffers greatly from its effects. Halis expressed the need for inclusion at COP30 in Brazil to advocate for the country's climate issues. Recent reports show unusual weather patterns, including early monsoons and above-average rainfall, which could help improve conditions if supported by international cooperation.
In the United States, the upcoming midterm elections are crucial for advancing renewable energy efforts. The authors, Jack Holtzman and Erwin Rubinstein from San Diego, argue that current policies under President Trump are rolling back important initiatives to combat climate change, favoring fossil fuels instead. They compare this situation to the parable of the Good Samaritan, highlighting the need for effective governmental action to address the worsening impacts of climate change. The authors emphasize that gaining power in Congress is essential for Democrats to protect and promote renewable energy solutions for a healthier future.
Uganda has launched the NDC 3.0 process to enhance its climate action and promote green growth, marking a significant step in its commitment to a sustainable future. Supported by the African Development Bank, this initiative aims to create an ambitious and practical climate strategy that aligns with the Paris Agreement. The process will evaluate Uganda's previous climate efforts, identify challenges, and refine targets while fostering collaboration between public and private sectors, with a focus on investment opportunities in renewable energy and sustainable agriculture. Uganda aspires to lead in climate governance and inspire other nations in sub-Saharan Africa.
For more climate news, make sure to download the Change Your Climate app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. Please note, these stories were AI-generated from real news sources, which isn't always perfect. If you have any concerns or questions about the news contained in this podcast, please reach out to us. Thank you, and see you tomorrow.